teaching that for the last 36 years, 37 years. We can look at it in many different dimensions. Where does this physical yoga fit into it? It has to fit somewhere. We carry enormous amount of emotional load in our muscles and cells. We don't store our emotions only in our brain neurons. We store them into the very muscles and very cells of the body. The mechanism of that is very subtle, through invisible, intangible flows of energies. All sorts of energy fields are woven and interwoven in this human personality. All sorts, many different kinds, many different layers of energy fields is what we are constituted of, around which energy fields our body is built. I used to give this example back 40 years ago, right in this campus, and I repeat that example. If you want to understand how we are shaped in all our beauty and handsomeness, you take some iron filings, take a magnet, put a piece of paper on that magnet, sprinkle the iron filings on the paper, and what happens? The iron filings magically move and shape themselves in the form of the magnetic energy field. Our bodies are shaped around such energy fields. And we cannot understand our anatomy, our physiology, our genetic and DNA and genome structures without understanding these fields. Meditation, among other definitions of meditation, among other definitions of meditation, is experiencing yourself as the combination of those energy fields. This may sound very far-fetched. Have you a scientific proof for it? Do you have scientific proof for your love? Where is your scientific proof for your love for your mother, or your boyfriend, or your fiancé, or your child? There is none. Yes, a person in love, okay, such and such neurons will be activated. So if I activate those neurons, I make you fall in love with me. What is the scientific proof for your urge for silence or peace? You don't have scientific proof even that you dreamt last night. Somebody saw your REM movements, rapid eye movements. Well, that's it. You said you were dreaming. Well, what were you dreaming? Your experience of dream is your own experience. There is no proof that you actually slept. States of consciousness are not subject to external proof. States of consciousness are not subject to external proof. This touches in the present debate that is going on in the field of neurology at this time. Is my consciousness the sum total of my neuronal activity, or is there some other consciousness beyond? Those who follow the path of meditation, they go beyond the brain. When they during their brain mapping and deep meditations, and you go down to the slowest delta, and after that a flat rate wave. The person isn't dead. Comes out bright. Nothing happened except a deep sense of peace surrounds him or surrounds her. What is the scientific proof to you of your being? Did you discover your being through a scientific proof that you are? Much later in life, Descartes asked the proof, okay, I think, therefore I am, but you experienced your being even right in the mother's womb without having access to a laboratory to test the progress of the development of your neurons. That is called consciousness without an object. Consciousness without an object. Pure consciousness is first. The objects of consciousness come through the application of that consciousness. What that consciousness is a subtle universal energy field which cannot be tested. Only its consequences, its effects, the effects of its presence can be tested. But the field itself cannot be tested. I have spent hours and hours inside MRI machines doing brain mapping during different methods of meditation, testing many different methods of meditation. But I know that what is being shown, okay, the blood flow moves from the right frontal cortex to the left frontal cortex. Okay, the parietal lobe becomes more active. Fine. Very dramatic, very interesting. I can show off that I know these words. But I don't know my meditation through these words. These words only depict that something that happens incidentally to certain parts of the brain as a result of the practice of meditation. Okay. And this needs to be understood about the human frame. And from where do all of these common truths of various religions emerge? Just a few weeks back, I was in Guatemala taking photographs of Buddha-like figures. 10,000 miles away from Asia. There is no historical proof of the great meditation masters having traveled there, but here they are. And I have no hesitation in thinking that the same knowledge was revealed in these continents that was revealed in the different countries of Asia, in India and China on both sides of the Himalayas.